So in the earlier video, we have learned that how product options work. Now we are going to learn about product attribute. Now, what are product attributes? So if you go to a particular product, you will find that you have certain number of things like shape, length, sleeve length. You cannot change it, but you can definitely decide whether you want to buy this product, and that decision is going to be based on this one. So anything which you, on the basis of which you take a decision, but you do not, um, but you cannot change or choose, is called an attribute. So anything which you can choose is called an option. Anything on the basis of which you take a decision but do not choose is called an attribute. So I hope that is clear now. So attribute is floral, like this one, print, sleeves, knit, etc. These are the attributes. Now let's go to attribute table, product attribute. Over here we can see product attribute ID, sorry, product ID, then we have attribute ID. Now what attributes are going to be there? Let me close the window and close these as well. I don't think we will need them. And we go to attribute. Now we have attribute, attribute description, attribute group, and attribute group description. So over here we have attribute 1, 2, 3, attribute group as 6. And what is attribute ID 1, 2, 3 means description, number of course, and clock speed. I'm going pretty fast now because I believe in case you have understood um, what exactly options mean, then you will be able to understand how the attributes are. Okay. So we have attribute ID as 1, group as 6. Then we have attribute ID 1, 2, 3 as description, number of course, and clock speed. Then we have attribute group, and attribute group names are 3, 4, 5, 6. These are memory, technical, motherboard, and processor. Okay. Please do remember this. Now we will go back and look at product attribute. So product attribute ID 2 and 3. What does that mean? Product attribute 2 means, product attribute 2 means number of cores, and 3 means clock speed. Okay. So you can see 2 means product ID 47 and 43. They have two attributes, that is number of cores and clock speed. Then we have clock speed, and the values are 4. So this particular product has two attributes. One attribute, this particular product 47 has an attribute called number of cores. We have seen that over here. 2 means number of cores, and the value is 4, means this is a 4-core system. And then we have product ID 43, which has again number of cores, and this is a 1-core system. Then product ID 42 has clock speed as one of the attributes, and the clock speed is 100 megahertz. Okay. Let's see what is product number 42. Just a minute. Product number 42. 42 is Apple Cinema. So we have 100 megahertz as the clock speed for it. Then if you see product number 47 and 43, 47 is HP laptop and 43 is MacBook. So over here it means the MacBook is having 1 core, and HP laptop is having 4 core as a CPU. So you can see that you were going to buy a laptop. It was having 4 CPU. You could not change it from 4 CPU to 2 CPU or 8 CPU. Okay, so that's why it is called an attribute. And similarly, you had this number 42, that was Apple Cinema, the desktop, and that was having 100 megahertz as the clock speed. So I believe product attribute is clear now. Then we have product to category table. Over here we have product to category table. You can see that product IDs are there, and correspondingly category IDs are there. So you can see the same product can belong to multiple categories. Where can we find the category details? We will go to category table. I believe now you understand that since it is category ID, the table name is category table. So you can just type in over here as category and go to category and category description. So category ID 1 means 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the categories and these are the category descriptions. 1 means electronics, 2 means apparel, 3 means home and furniture, etc. And this parent-child relation you have already learnt in the block system, that category ID 1 has the parent ID as 0. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the main categories. Then category ID 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have the parent ID as 1. So this category ID 1 becomes the parent of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe this was just a refresher to the understanding of parent and child category in block system, which you have already done. So the products are done. Let's move to order. Since you are going to have the video, even if I'm going fast, you can always rewind and look back to it. Okay, and I believe it will be much more easier for you to understand the orders and other things regarding the order. So let's go to order, and then we go to structure. Unique ID is order ID. Again, the table name is order, so that's why it is order ID. Then we have invoice number. I mean, every order has some invoice number associated with it. Then invoice prefix, ignore it. Store ID, ignore it. Store name, ignore it. Store URL, ignore it. Then we have customer ID. Where can we find the customer ID? Let's go to the customer table. So over here, we can see the customer details. We have customer ID as the unique key, and then we have the first name, last name, email, phone number, etc. regarding the customer. Okay. And in here we have the customer ID. Then we have customer group ID. Again, you will be going to the customer group, and then accordingly you will be able to see it. Example, you have normal customers, and then you have Amazon Prime customers. So that can be a group. Then we have first name, last name, email, phone number. Now the question is, if we already know the customer ID, we can do a join and find out the customer first name, last name, email, phone number. Why do we need to have first name, last name, email, phone number over here? That's because it might be a possibility that you go ahead and update your name or mobile number or address whenever in your profile. So you can always change it. But the order which was placed with the whatever name you placed the order with, whatever address you placed the order with, okay, that will always remain in the order table. So this will never be removed or never be updated. So that's why we keep it like this. So it would not be that today, and in case you want to test it, just place an order on Amazon, okay, download the invoice, then go ahead and change your ID, change your name, etc., and then try to download the same invoice again. You will find that it is still having the same details which you earlier entered, though there would not be any change. Then we have payment first name. Again, if you remember payment details, we generally the websites ask for that share the billing details. So these are the payment details. Then we have payment zone ID. You can again go to payment zone and have a look into it. Then we have shipping. If you remember, the shipping details are asked from the customer. So these are the shipping details. Then we have shipping country ID, shipping zone ID. I believe you can definitely go ahead and reverse engineer it by going to shipping zone ID, shipping zone table, and looking into it. Then we have comment and total. So remember, there will be a query where we will be asking for order total. You can use this particular field to find the order total. Then we have order status ID. Order status ID would mean that we are going to find it in order status table. So here, let's go to order status table. You can see that various order statuses are there. Like, I'll just sort it: pending, processing, shipping, complete, cancelled, denied, etc. So this is order status ID. Then we have affiliate ID, ignore it, commission, ignore it, marketing, ignore it, tracking, ignore it, language ID. Now, why do we have language ID over here? It might be a possibility that the customer has placed the order on Hindi website. So we want to know that yes, the customer placed the order on Hindi website. So any email which will be sent to the customer should be in Hindi and not English. That is how an ideal system should work. It should not happen that you went to a French website, you placed the order in French. Sorry, you went to a French website where you placed the order in English. I mean, you saw the English website for it, and you placed the order in English, and finally you started receiving emails in French. How will you understand that what exactly has been sent in the email? So that's why you need this language ID. Then we have currency ID. Currency ID means, again, you go to the currency table, you will have the currency ID from there, then the currency code. Again, why are we having the currency code over here? We can see the currency code in the currency table as well. But there is a possibility that in the future, the currency code, so you can see that the currency code is still here. Okay. But we are still copying it over here because it might be a possibility that in the future, the currency code might get updated. Then currency value. That what is the value of that currency right now? So in case your website is showing your website has been configured to have all the items in, let's say, US dollars. Okay. So whenever you are going to see the items in INR, you are going to see it multiplied by some conversion value. Now, what that conversion value was on the day or time when you actually place the order, that is going to be captured over here in the currency value. Because it might be a possibility that today you placed an order of rupees in 1990, in 2004 you placed an order of $1. At that time, rupee was 40 rupees for $1. Today, rupee is almost like 75 rupees for $1. So it would not mean that your product price has increased, because we would know that when that particular item was placed, the order was placed, what was the currency value. Then the IP from which the order was placed, forwarded IP, ignore it. User agent, ignore it. Accept language, ignore it. Date added, the date on which the order was placed. Date modified, the date on which the order was modified. Now, we have seen all the details about the order, who has placed it, but what exactly are the items which have been placed, right? So that would show up over here. Which table? Order product table. Okay. I believe you were able to think about it. And if you are not, then your concept regarding the entire thing is not on the correct lines. Okay. So we have order product table over here. I just opened it in the second tab. You can see that the order ID is there, order product ID as a unique key, then order ID as order ID 1. It has three products, 31, 35, and 42. Okay. And whatever the price of the product was, or the name of the product. Why the name of the product is also being captured? Again, the name can change in the future. Today it was some name, tomorrow it can be something else. And since you placed an order when you understood that particular product as Nikon D300, so I would like that every time whenever you extract the data, extract the invoice, you always get the same name in using which you place the order, so that you are not confused. So that is why the name will also be captured. Otherwise, we can always do a join from product ID and find the name. Okay. I hope this is clear now. And then we have the quantity, that product ID. Order ID 1 has three items, 31, 35, and 42. 31 and 35 have one quantity each, and number 42 has two quantities. Okay. What was the price on which it was placed? Then the total price. You can see that the total price is quantity multiplied by the price. And then the tax in case there was any, and reward in case there was any. How did we find the reward? If you remember, there was something called points. So this is exactly from there. Now, but here it is not a problem. But let's take an example of you placed an order of this item. Now you know that this item has been ordered, but what size has been ordered? That is, what was the option that was captured, that was placed? You can find it in order option table. Let's go to order option. Over here, you can see order option ID, order ID, product ID 2, 3, 5, and order option, product option ID. Where can we find product option ID? In the product option table. Let's go to product option table for a revision purpose. Product underscore option. Let's go to product option value, because that is where we will find the name. So you can see product option was 224 217. Okay. Now what was product option 217? Product option ID 217. No, just a minute. product option ID 224, and product option value ID. That is what I was looking for. Product option value ID is 13. So you can see product option value ID 13. This is the one which has product option ID is 224. And what was the option ID? 11. That is size. If you remember, 5 was color and 11 was size, and the option value ID was 47. I'm just assuming that this is since 46, 47, 48. So this was medium. Okay. So this is how, or in any case, it is given size medium, right? So everything was already chosen. I mean, whatever was placed at that time and whatever the values were, they have been saved in the order option table. I believe once you start looking into it again, you will be able to figure out that what exactly needs to be understood. I mean, what exactly is being done over there. Then there is one more table that is called order history. Or in the order history table, you can see that the order history ID, this is the unique key, then the order ID, then the order status ID. Okay, order status ID can be, I mean, if you remember, you have seen that in Flipkart or Amazon, it shows that on 2nd of January, when you place the order status was pending. Then on 1st and 3rd of January, it became processing. On 4th of January, it became shipped. On 5th of January, it became delivered. On 6th of January, it was cancelled or returned. So those kind of history, how do we get that history? We get it from here in the order history table. Okay. Now, in case any of these things are not clear, please feel free, reach out to your mentor or the trainer, whosoever is explaining the same to you, and get the clarification. Relook at the video to understand that what exactly are the concepts behind it. Once you understand this, you will be able to see the websites just like the way Neo started seeing Matrix in the Matrix movie. So you have to be like that. Thank you. All the best.